Hi, this is A. Wesley. That ain't even tells it like a TI is. If you like my video, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribe. Topic I'm going to talk to you today about is Celebrity Roundup. And this week's Celebrity Roundup, I'll be talking about Jordan Woods getting engaged, Venus Williams getting married, Blueface talking about his royalties. I'll also be talking about Cardi B telling the fans to slow down on a relationship with Stephon Diggs. I also will be talking about the reboot of a different world where some of the original stars will be on the show, like Kadeem Hardison, Jasmine Guy, and also Queen Summit. I also will be talking about the celebrity guest that's going to be on the Miss Pat show. Those are just some of the topics that I'll be talking about in this week's Celebrity Roundup. Like I said earlier, Blueface was talking about some royalties on somebody's podcast, and I'm going to read to you what he said. Blueface responds to his music royalties being seized being seized after a judge ordered him to pay Soldier Boy BM in defamation case. I gotta pay Soldier Boy's child support because he's going broke, so his MB needs some money. And so he was talking about how his royalties from his music and stuff. He had to pay Soldier Boy because Soldier Boy won a defamation of character case from him. These rappers better watch what they're saying about each other, because these people are sue happy, and that's why a whole lot of people have to be careful about what they say about celebrities, and celebrities have to be careful about what they say about other celebrities and stuff like that. And like I said, Cardi B got on her Instagram talking about uh, people need to uh, people need to stay out of her relationship and stuff like that. And she was saying that the fans were going a little bit too hard on her. And Stephon Diggs had these baby mamas before he married her, and people were saying during the holiday season, Stephon Diggs was also spending time with his other baby mama, and he had posted up some pictures and stuff. And then Cardi B said, "What y'all want me to do? What y'all want me to do? Yeah, y'all want me not to, y'all want me not to pull my baby out of my blank." And I was like, Cardi B, you don't have to go that wild like that. And what years the people are looking at you just broke up with Offset for doing all this cheating, and now you with Stephon Diggs, and he doing practically technically the same thing. And like a lot of fans were saying, Cardi B, if you don't want us in your relationship, stop getting on Instagram, stop posting pictures, stop doing that and stuff, and be a little bit more private. But I guess Cardi B assumed down, but she do gotta get out that social media and stuff like that. On another note, like I said, Jordan Woods got engaged to over the Christmas holidays, and they had pretty pictures and everything on the internet. I'll put that in there, and then uh, they showed Venus Williams getting married. The first picture I saw was Venus posting some pictures of her, and then I saw Venus posting a picture of her and her sister Serena, and they were all at a wedding. Her wedding was real pretty and everything like that. And I did like the pictures and stuff like that. Also, on another note, I seen where they're gonna do the reboot of A Different World, and it's supposed to be on Netflix. And they got a whole new cast, but they were saying some of the originals are gonna show up, I guess, as guest appearances. And they said it was gonna be Kareem Hardison, Jasmine Guy, Creed Summer, just to name a few. So those are some of the people that's gonna be back on the back on the reboot of yeah, back on the reboot of A Different World. And I was glad to see Jordan Woods getting engaged and getting married and stuff. She looked real pretty and stuff. But she showed her ring and stuff like that. And she had been with this guy for a while, this basketball player. And so I'm so glad and so happy for Jordan Woods. Everybody was. Like I said, and this stuff came out because this stuff had been going back and forth with this Mendeece guy and Tamar. Either they was dating or they wasn't dating or didn't dating. And people were saying that Tamar was dating a married man, all that kind of stuff. And so let me pull up what he said. That's Let me pause the video and I'll put up what he said. Okay, I'm back. It says right here, it says Mendeece Harris revealed that he and Yandy Smith Harris are not together and were never married. He was on some black podcast with me. It wasn't R&B money, it was another one. And so after he said that, that's when Tamar came out and said that she's owing an apology about the fans and everybody else because the fans were saying that she had that she had been dating Mendeece, especially since he was in one of her videos. And then if you go back to the backstory, it's all started when Tamar was having a birthday party or at Funky Daniel's birthday party. I'm just giving you a little backstory on there. And then just something else came out where this other guy is suing Tyler Perry for $77 million, a former actor, and he was saying that Tyler Perry was groping him and doing all other kind of stuff to him and stuff. And so it was he called it a abuse. And so and I was saying Tyler Perry need to Tyler Perry need to vet these actors that he is putting on these pictures and trying to help, because some people really want to want to get help and want to get want to be a good actor and want to get paid good money, and they hear Tyler Perry pays good money, but you're gonna might start vetting some of these people, and then Tyler Perry is going to have to whatever is going on behind the scenes with him and all this stuff. He needs to settle this quietly and secretly, and I hope none of this is true. But if it is true, Tyler Perry, you should be ashamed of yourself. That's all I'm gonna say on that subject, because most of this stuff is alleged and I don't know if it's true or not. So that's why I said what I said. Uh, uh, on another note, Mariah Carey took a picture with this. I guess it was this rapper. I guess she's doing a collab with him or something. And the kids started a picture on the internet and they gave her thumbs up and stuff. And also, Nick Cannon said that he's paying $3 million to all them children and stuff. And everybody was saying, well, Nick Cannon, you put that on yourself. You don't have to have all them children. And so what happened? Me and my niece got talking about it, and I was saying, well, yeah, Nick Cannon got 6 or 7 children. My niece said, oh, no, Nick Cannon got 10 children. I said, huh? 10 children? She said, I'm finna research it. Baby, she Googled it, and Nick Cannon do have 10 kids, but they said by one of his children dying, he has 10 kids, but he actually had 11. If you got the baby that passed away, and I said, ooh, no wonder you have to work all these jobs beside a mass singer, because you paying all this child support. Like people saying, don't be complaining, Nick Cannon. You talking about you wanted to have a tribe and stuff, and having all these babies from these different people. So everybody was looking at, why are you complaining, Nick Cannon, and stuff. And on another man's complaining note, Tyrese talking about he's so glad that he's divorcing that woman. First he said he had to pay the woman out $2 million. Now he's talking about for the whole divorce. It seemed like it was about $4 million. I mean that Tyrese, all the stuff you put that woman through by cheating on her and going crazy doing all that stuff. That woman probably deserved more than that and stuff like that. And they came out and said, I think it was either Billboard or Variety that said Beyonce is a billionaire now because of her tour that she did, the Cowboy Carter tour and also the Renaissance tour. And so I was saying that's nice because my niece, she said she thinks it seems pretty funny or sketchy to her because that came out right after people were saying that Jay-Z was broke and he couldn't pay people. And I said I remember that too. I remember that too and stuff like that. Uh, and like I already said that about Miss Pett having those guest appearances. Tisha Campbell is one of them, and they got this movie coming out. I think I got this from Blackgate. They were saying something about I Wonder, and they were saying Nia. They were saying Nia Long and this other famous actor that was in a '90s movie together are going to be in this movie. Let me stop this because I don't want nobody in my. I don't want. I'm back. I'm sorry about that. There's another story I wanted to talk about. Uh, this came from the Jasmine brand. It says, singer Montel Jordan defeats prostate cancer a second time, calls it the greatest Christmas present gift. I was so glad because I think it was like maybe a week or two after, or maybe a month before Thanksgiving, he was saying that the stuff had came back and he was sick, and I was so glad that he's in recovery and stuff for that prostate cancer because any form of cancer is bad, and I am so glad that he's healing the world. And on another note, they say this rapper singer Dava might be charged in the murder of that 15-year-old girl and stuff like that, and stuff like that. Also, they were saying that Mariah Carey had reached 100 billion streams for All I Want for Christmas last month. And there's one more topic that I want to talk about right quick. And let me let me let me go let me talk about that right quick. Um Here it is. It says Smith, Florida congressman who was charged with stealing millions in COVID relief funds, is exposed for allegedly photoshopping a 100K ring bought with fraud money out of her out of her pictures. And I'm saying it's a shame. It was so many people scamming, doing COVID and stuff because they found out, people were supposed to be getting stimulus checks and PPP loans. It was been so much fraud. Uh, it's been so much fraud going on during the pandemic, and now people are finally getting caught because they're starting to investigate these people who were getting these loans and stuff because one of those reality stars. I think she was on Love and Hip Hop Atlanta or something. Her name was, I think her name was Brooke Shields or Brooke something. And she just got out of jail for stealing PPP loans. And I don't know why these people thought that they weren't going to be able to pay this money back and stuff like that. And what makes it so mad and so sad is that you had these government officials like this woman, and then you had big celebrities like Jay-Z and stuff getting these PPP loans and getting all this time out they needed money for their payroll and money for their stuff. And I'm looking at y'all supposed to be big time Hollywood stars. Y'all complaining, y'all bragging about y'all got millions and billions of dollars, but still you want to get money from the government and stuff like that. So these people that have these big time jobs like congressmen, senators, and all that kind of stuff. Y'all shouldn't even be trying to rip off the government that is already paying y'all. And it's like this is just so sad when I heard this story. That's all I have for these celebrity roundup video today. This is A. Buckley. That ain't even tells it like a TI is. I am out.